I have been with my girlfriend Sarah for about 8 months now. When we first started dating, she told me she had only been in 2 serious relationships before and that her last ex was ancient history, and they hadn't spoken in over a year. Everything was going great until last weekend when we went to her friend's birthday party. This guy shows up and Sarah immediately gets weird. She introduces me to him as just my friend, which was already strange since we've been together for 8 months, and she introduces me as her boyfriend to literally everyone else. Later I see them talking in the corner and he's touching her arm and she's laughing way too hard at whatever he's saying. When I went over to join them, Sarah looked super uncomfortable and the guy just walked away. I asked who he was and she said just an old friend from college. But then her friend Emma came up to me later and said something about how weird it must be for me to meet the ex that got away. I was confused and asked what she meant. Emma looked shocked and said she thought I knew that was Jake, Sarah's ex-boyfriend of 3 years who she was obsessed with, and only broke up with 6 months before we started dating. I confronted Sarah about it the next day. She broke down crying and admitted that Jake was her ex and that they had actually been texting on and off this whole time. She said she lied because she didn't want me to feel insecure and that nothing physical happened, but they had been staying in touch as friends. I felt completely betrayed. Not only did she lie about when their relationship ended, but she's been texting him our entire relationship and then introduced me as just a friend when he showed up. She swore nothing happened and that she chose me over him, but I don't believe her anymore. When I told her I needed time to think, she started crying and saying I was overreacting. She said lots of people stay friends with their exes and that she was just trying to protect my feelings by not telling me about the texting. Her friends have been messaging me saying I am being too harsh and that she made a mistake but really loves me. My friends are split. Some say once a liar always a liar and I should run. Others think maybe she really was just trying to protect me and I should give her another chance. But I keep thinking about how she introduced me as just a friend to her ex that felt like she was keeping her options open or something. And the fact that she's been texting him behind my back for months makes me wonder what else she might be hiding. I told her yesterday that I was done and she needs to get her stuff from my apartment. Now she's been calling and texting non-stop saying she'll do anything to fix this and that I am the best thing that ever happened to her. The following story. I know you're thinking, I should fight for my relationship, but the trouble is that from the moment someone utters the words that they want to break up, you pushing to keep something that they don't want is like attempting to negotiate your way back into their affections and their life. They are saying, I don't want you or the relationship enough to keep trying. They have already made up their mind. Only people who play games tell you they're breaking up so they can watch you jump through hoops as you try to persuade them to change their mind. Everyone else means it when they say that they want to break up. Whatever the reasons are for the breakup, you will achieve nothing by knee-jerking with a reaction like getting on your hands and knees and begging them to stay, listing all of your qualities. Denying the problems, promising that you'll be different, especially when that actually may not even be the source of the issue, or even claiming that you'll be less needy. I know you feel invested in your ex and may feel scandalized by the idea of just giving up, or throwing it away, but here's the problem. Someone else has already given up and thrown it away. Let me tell you from personal experience that you won't feel very good or confident about the stability of the relationship or the length and breadth of their affections. If you have to pitch yourself in the relationship like a used car salesperson, this is where you have to have some pride. Respect their decision in the first instance, even if you want to wrap yourself around their ankles, because if you try to persuade him, her out of their decision, you'll remove your dignity and disrespect their wishes. You don't know better, you and they are not the same person. If you are going to even contemplate salvaging the relationship, it must be when enough time and space has passed for both parties to have properly evaluated their feelings and their perceived reasons for why the relationship broke down. Only time and space will accomplish this. Don't badger your ex. And this is the kicker. If you keep trying to orchestrate your relationship and force it back together and steer them around to your way of thinking and basically continue to meddle in the order of things instead of Letting things be and letting them create their own action, you will never be able to have confidence that they're in the relationship because they want to be. You don't need anyone there under duress. Thanks for watching, come back again.